Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to my vlog for the week of November 14th, 2022. It has been a busy week. It has been a few busy months on a roll, and it has been hard to just collect my thoughts and just find the time to sit down and vlog. And that is part of all of our life is just sometimes it's busier than others, so I am in that busy cycle at this moment. But this week, yeah, so where do I even begin? Lots of stuff have been happening. I have on the creative end, I completed a class project, which was about, at least 8 to 10 hours of filming, many months of planning, and then hours and hours of editing. But it was a labor of love. I found the process transformative for myself, and I hope that anyone who watches that class is going to leave with something more than they came in with. On the other front, actually, I think I cannot gather my thoughts enough to say, these are all the creative things I did this week and all that. But yeah, that was not just from the week of November 14th. Clearly, that has been about a year, I would say. About a year of thinking and planning and all of those things that goes into making a big online workshop. So that, and I cannot divulge any more details just yet, but once I have the green signal from the platform itself, then I can share more about it. But for now, that's all I can share about that, and that it took up a lot of time and mental energy, and it was an emotional investment for me. So I enjoyed myself, which is always a bonus. And other than that, creatively, I have been creating and filling some very special holiday ornament commissions from a few, like, long time. I'm talking about close to 20 years of customers who have bought consistently from me whatever I made, whether I sold on Etsy, whether I sold on my website, whether I mentioned something on Instagram. They have purchased consistently throughout this entire time, and I feel very privileged, and blessed to be a part of their holiday celebrations, that they are meeting friends and family, and they are including my art in their decor, in their home, in giving out gifts. That it feels wonderful to be somebody's go-to place for such things. It is very hard to put in words. It's just a feeling of immense gratitude that somebody, because there are so many good things out there, and handmade things are not inexpensive. So it has been a journey, and I am very grateful for their support. So I'm completing those. It's just like 2 dozens of ornaments that I'm working on right now, and I have a whole array of stuff on the table. I was just making sketches for these ornaments and stuff. But yeah, between sketch and the actual item, a lot more goes into it. But that's a starting point, and I started doing it in my sketchbook, so I will have something in my sketchbook, because I have not been able to really do as much drawing as I would love to. But I have the responsibilities that I have to manage, and hence I'm managing that, and that is life. So I'm going to put that aside, because that's the only 2 pages that have been done. And one more thing, I found these online, and it's like a whole set, and they are very inexpensive. And I got these, and I had been thinking, like, I have never really learned to embroider, and most of the creative things that I do, I teach myself. Like I do a little felting, I do a lot of different things, but I mainly do paper crafts, and other than my paintings and all that, but art journaling, paper crafting. So stitching, embroidery, I also do cross stitch. I love that. Not not consistently, but that's one of those things I enjoy. So I did this. I do not know if you would remember. I had during summer, I had eco dyed some muslin fabric. These were white, and this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, are from onion peels. Onion peels, which are scraps in my kitchen. I was so pleasantly surprised with the beautiful color that it produced. And these little pieces of fabric have been sitting with just in my studio, because sometimes I did the eco dyeing because I wanted to try that, and once that was done, I really had no specific plan for the fabric itself. And they are small pieces of fabric. I don't know. I mean, I am not a quilter. I am not a dressmaker. My sewing machine is used almost entirely for sewing paper to paper. So you can get the ideas. I'm not a sewing, stitching, embroidery skilled person. But this is a drawing I did of the face of a bear. I can't tell if it looks like a bear. Sometimes it looks like a squirrel to me. But anyways, that was my attempt at, embroidering a bear onto a piece of eco-dyed muslin. Now that's a mouthful. It took me a whole day, and I did the embroidery floss, and it's filled with mistakes. Somebody who does embroidery would probably be shocked to see how poor the quality of the work is. But for me, it was just, I loved the motion of putting the needle in, pulling the needle out. It was somewhat relaxing. It has been hectic, like emotionally hectic. In many ways, it has been not only just physical chores and responsibilities, but I have been expected to be in many places all at the same time. And so whatever way I have been managing that, just that simple motion, I wasn't caring so much about the output or if it would turn out to be anything. I am very happy that I finished whatever I set out to do. But yes, this was not about quality consciousness at all. But I did enjoy the act of doing it. So that was that. And I just love this. These are so adorable, tiny. I mean, I don't know what people use such tiny things for, because I recall my mom's embroidery hoops were big. And she would leave the fabric real taut, and she would do whenever she would get an opportunity. She did a lot of things, and she always made the time to do those things. It's not like, and we are talking about extended family, joint family in India, so it's not like she had more time than me. But she managed, and I am learning to manage this too. I have rekindled my love for decorative tapes, and this is a gold tape. Oh my god, I love it. This is from Scotch. They call it washi tape, but you know what, I don't think technically this can be called a washi tape, so we will go with decorative tape. And whatever kind of tape it is, I am really enjoying the beautiful gold. And so yeah, that is something I wanted to share, because this is something I'm really loving. I'm using it in my art journals, mostly in my art journals. Like I don't do, but I think, with holiday gift wrapping and stuff, I might find some more use for this tape. And I have had these acorn bells for a while. You see those things that you like, oh, that's so interesting. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but hey, if it is not going to break the bank, I'm going to buy it. And yes, individually they don't break the bank, but the little things, the $3 here, the $5 there, they do add up when you check out. But anyway, that is not to enable anybody, but I'm just saying it is here, it is bringing me joy, and that is worth sharing. I'm going to set that aside. This is the current status of one of my pothos. I have two. And this is my second one, which is entirely submerged in water. I love them in glass containers. This is actually a lab beaker that I bought on Amazon, or I think this I bought on I don't know, somewhere. They are easily available in this in the marketplace. So yeah, I just put it and I'm seeing the play of the roots and the leaves unfolding, and it's just so contained and it makes me very happy. So it sits right on my table where it gets enough sun, and I just love looking at it, love looking at the root system. Yeah, makes me very, very happy. So on this, and ooh, one more thing. The last time I vlogged, I mentioned that I was going to have a live crafting session with Creative Bug on Zoom. That took place on November 9th, 2022. And this is what I made in that class. There is a lot of reasoning, symbolism behind this. But that class, the recording of that class is available till the 25th of November 2022. And you will have to, okay, I will leave the link in the description box below so you can access that. And the whole point of this live was to promote a class that I taught at Creative Bug, and it was the, oh my God, Gratitude Daily Practice, if I'm not getting my name wrong. It has been a while. I filmed the class in 2019 and it has been a while. But you know, the idea is making gratitude a daily practice in your art and creativity. So yes, feel free to check out the free recording, let's just say, and if you like it and if you want to try the class, I think Creative Bug is always running some kind of free trial, so you can sign up for the free trial and watch class. And Creative Bug has a lot of very wonderful instructors, so if you sign up for a free trial, be sure to check out their classes also. I'm not the only teacher there are many, many wonderful teachers. So yes, that is something to encourage you to do. And other than that, what else is there? Oh, and check out, if you are not already familiar with the Creative Bug blog, check out their blog. This Monday I will have a post on gratitude tablescaping, and it is one of their first where they invite a guest blogger. It is my first doing a guest blog for Creative Bug, and I hope whatever the output is enjoyable. And here, okay, so for my daughter's birthday, which we celebrated at the very end of October, I got, the children's party, and they get goodie bags. So I got goodie bags, and I ordered some little, cute little things that are nothing but just bring children fun. And in that package that I ordered in like bulks of bags and things was this little guy or girl, I don't know. And you cannot keep it down. I love that spunk. I could use that spunk a lot. Like, you can't keep me down. When I was little in Calcutta, they used to sell these blow up toys that were called Hit Me. It would be written around the front in small or big way, Hit Me. Hit Me, all it means is that the child could bump into it and the toy would still stand right back up. So when I saw this, I remembered those Hit Me toys. And the fact that she is pink and she is a tiger makes me so happy. I don't know. This has been sitting and I've been doing this. So yeah, I gave all the kids whatever little goodies they got, and I kept one for myself because it's just so much fun. And then I went grocery shopping. And in the grocery store, they have these, what do you call those? Hot Wheels cars. And there were a whole new collection. They had a whole, end cap, is that what they're called? At the end of the aisle, where you can't really miss it. they had so many cars, and there were like some at least 200 of those, and they were each very inexpensive. I got some of those for myself. This is not for my children, this is for myself. And yes, I think it's a little weird, but I love it. It brings me joy. It just, you pull them and, okay, I cannot do that because it's probably going to run through many important things and upset them. But yeah, that's the idea. Here's a toy car. I love toy cars like this, and I used to collect little toy cars when I was little. And in India, I did not have Hot Wheels or anything. But sometimes they used to come with other like food stuff. I used to eat the food that I hated because they gave the best toys. And yeah. So that being that, and I am, this whole pile of paper here is just, I want to start another art journal. Not that I have finished everything that I had, but I feel very pulled to starting an art journal. I want to make it a gratitude journal. Like, I have kept a gratitude journal since 2010, I believe. Yeah. And I still have my first one. Oh, if you watch the recording at Creative Bug, you will see I share my very first gratitude journal in there. And yeah, something like that. I hope if I can make the time to do some art and craft for myself, just for myself, like take a few hours, and like this, it doesn't have to be perfect, nothing special, but maybe I'm going to include it in my gratitude journal, that I was doing this, it made me happy, relaxed, and I loved it. Okay, so yeah, and it is going to be made out of entirely found papers, envelopes, whatnot, garbage, what would be considered recycle bin stuff, old magazines. Yeah. But to me, they are not garbage. They are very precious. So I'm going to move that aside. And this is actually a Faber-Castell Pitt pen, Sanguine 188. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's so rich. Like, it has been sitting on my table throughout the fall season. Wherever I'm writing or making notes, I am reaching for this. I love this color. Okay, and one more thing. He's here. My daughter attends a mindfulness club that her school hosts after school, and it's like, yeah, that one of the teachers run it, and they did affirmation thing. So the teacher sent a like a printout home telling like how to put these. This is what the kids chose whatever affirmations they wanted, and then they colored them, then they were laminated. The teacher did the laminating, and then the kids cut them out. There are a lot of imperfections, but that's immaterial. So yeah, I have to flatten this out and find a way to make it into a garland so my youngest can have it around her mirror, because that's their, self-image practice, I suppose. And I thought it's such a cool idea. It's simple. It's a piece of paper that's colored and then laminated, and now I have to figure out a way to make it into a garland, probably making holes or something. Small holes, so that they don't all bunch up in here where there is a long string. So I have to figure out how to get that done, but that is on my to-do list this Sunday. And last but not the least, if you are in the US and if you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. This is a turkey I drew with watercolor and on my watercolor paper, and then I just cut it out. There is a reason why I cut it out. Let me collect the other part of it. So I did not grow up celebrating Thanksgiving. That is something, in the beginning when I came to the United States, I did not know what Thanksgiving was. I thought people sit around the table and thank each other, and I thought it was such a good tradition. People in India don't really ever explicitly express thank yous or I love yous. I don't know, the world might have changed back there now, but when I was growing up, these were like, you do not, you show these things with your action. You don't really speak about these things. So, like, these are not things you put on public display, let's just say. But when I came here and I saw it, and then slowly I began to see that no, Thanksgiving is not when people just sit around each other and say thank you to each other. But it took me some time to learn the history of how Thanksgiving became a ritual, a practice, a celebration, an event, a holiday. And it was very, very wonderful to learn about it and teach my children about it. I think back in the day, I had a journal published in Creating Keepsakes magazine, which was one of the leading scrapbooking magazines back in the day, where my children learned to act out the story of Thanksgiving. And they were back like in third grade, first grade kind of, or kindergarten, second grade, in that range. And they would like have this, "Mommy, can you make this for me?" Because they learned it in school and then they wanted to do it at home to show us. And I took pictures of all those things, and then we wrote out the story and how I am learning about it through my children about Thanksgiving. So yeah, that was then, and my children were very small back then, which brings back so many memories for me. So this is for a blog post I was doing for Faber-Castell, and my oldest daughter has decided that she wishes to be a vegan. She cannot hold up the vegan very much all the time, but she's vegetarian. She has a lot of food allergies, so her range of choices is very limited in terms of food. But she actively has refused that I do not want any meat in any of my meals anymore. So we respect that. And so whenever we do our little version of Thanksgiving where we sit together for a meal, and nowadays you can order a whole Thanksgiving meal from some online place and they deliver, or you go pick up, whatever. So their father does that, and so because she doesn't eat any turkey or any meat, I wrote this for her. "Hello, Anusha, I'm the only turkey on your plate today. Enjoy the vegan meal your mom cooked for you with a lot of love. Happy Thanksgiving." So while the rest of the family can eat most of the stuff that come from those catering orders, she cannot eat. So I try to make sure that she has a few items in there that are just for her. So yeah, so it is supposed to be like a little place setting. Let me pull that up. And it's kind of like this. So I was taking picture for the blog, hence I have one runaway plate, series of runaway items here that don't actually belong in my studio. But it's kind of like this. There's just a little humor in the day, and I thought, why not? Right? So yeah, with that I say to you, happy Thanksgiving. And if you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, still thank you for watching, and hope you have a wonderful week ahead. And I will hopefully see you next week. Bye for now.